Good morning, Soul Tribe. I want to welcome everyone to today's broadcast. Today is Tuesday, September the 12th, and I want to spend a few minutes with you just saying how much we've missed you. We had a hurricane, as you know, and we were 4 or 5 days without power. It devastated our community. And so I would ask for everyone out there to please lift those affected by the hurricane up in your prayers and in your thoughts, because we had a lot of devastation in our community and in our neighborhood. Luckily, we ourselves were protected and kept safe. We had no damage other than the inconvenience of not having power, which was minimal. But I want to say how much we are glad to be back with you. And I want to introduce you to our first 3 cards that we've drawn. Our first card is the Magician. Our second card is the Emperor. And our third card is the Page of Cups. I'm going to try to speak up so that all of you can hear me. I want to explain to you what Spirit is showing me. And it's very powerful, and it's very poignant, and it's very interesting how this story this tapestry is tied together. Now, in the first card Spirit revealed to me, there are 4 elements at play in the Magician. There's the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Now, this Magician is rising in the position of the Phoenix. So this is, in essence, a rebirth. Because behind this crow, there is the power of Leo, the power of the sun, a rising dawn, a birth. So this Phoenix is rising. Now, Spirit said something to me just now. Between these 4 white roses are 3 red roses. This is our cycle of 3. But at the end of the 3rd cycle, a 4th power is going to be revealed to us. A gift will be presented to us. At the end of this 3rd cycle, we will be given a new degree of awareness and enlightenment. We will also experience an awakening within ourselves, within our environment, and within our consciousness. This is a gift that is coming at the end of the 3rd moon. Now, when I ask Spirit, what is this gift? Very poignantly, Spirit revealed to me, it is the power of the Emperor. Now, this Emperor is bringing the Ace of Swords from the energy of the Magician. This Magician is transforming into the Emperor. That is the gift that's coming at the end of the 3rd cycle. This is an authority. This is an energy. This is a power. This is a new way of living. This is a new way of being. This is a new way of seeing, a new way of believing. Now, this power is coming through with the energy of the Ram in Aries. But Spirit showed something to me, and I had never seen it before. I've probably seen this card, Soul Tribe, 100 times, and I never noticed. Right here beside this throne, where my finger is the Ace of Cups. This magician is bringing the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups from the power of the magician into the power and the energy of the Emperor. So we are being transformed energetically to rise from the power of the magician, to take the alchemy and energy to change this situation into this. So this authority, this power that's coming in with the Emperor is the rebirth at the end of the third cycle. Now, the Ace of Cups is coming in with the power of Scorpio, the power of Pisces, and the power of Aquarius. And here again is the Ace of Cups, coming in from the power of the magician with the Emperor. This crow in this card is the Emperor in the Ace of Cups in this card. It is the same Emperor claiming the sovereignty and the authority to become the Emperor in this card. It's the very same Emperor that we're looking at right here. And this energy in the Ace of Cups is the gift that is coming through the power of the magician right here. So what we're being told is we're being told that at the end of the third cycle, there will be a gift represented by 4. Now I want you to notice something. Right here above this Emperor in this card, there are 4 lotuses. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the cycle of 3, bringing the 4th gift of the Emperor. Right there. Now that blows my mind, Soul Tribe. And I tell you, it correlates with the energy of a very powerful energy, which is the star. Right there. Right there in that card is the star. This is the power that the Emperor is bringing. At the end of the third cycle, I want you to notice this again. I'm going to say it again. Here is the 4th energy. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Right there. There are 4 pentacles. There are 4 lotuses. There are 4 roses. But between these 4 roses, Spirit is telling us, is 3. Right there, 3. At the end of the third cycle, the 4th gift will be given. And it will come through the power of the Emperor, bringing the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And, you know, for all of us, intrinsically, this gift will mean different things. For some of us, it will be enlightenment. For some of us, it will be financial stability. For some of us, it will be this. For some of us, it will be that. It doesn't truly matter what it is. What matters is that it's coming. And it's coming very quickly. On the 29th, as this moon passes, this is what we're headed toward. Right here. The Emperor. Right there. Right there. The Emperor. And I'm trying to hold a card so there's no glare so you can see it. So, let's go into the Shadowscapes Tarot and see where we're going from our Page of Cups, our Magician, and our Emperor, and see how the story is gonna unfold. And I'm gonna spend a moment and ask Spirit, where do I need to go? Wow, that was fast. I got 13. 11, and 9. All right, let's see where we are. Crossing our magician. Wow. The Two of Cups. The energy and the power of love. The energy and the power of healing. The Lovers. Right there. And right here is our healed heart. Right there. Hanging from that branch. There is the power, again, of the Ace of Cups. Right there in this card. Right there. And there's a cycle of 3. 1, 2, 3 fish. Right there. There's our third cycle. That is Spirit's message right there. And our figure is holding the Ace of Cups in this card. Look at that. There it is, Soul Tribe, right there. There's our affirmation. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the cycle of 3. Healing in that heart. Right there. There's our Ace of Cups. There's our cycle of 3. And there's our healed heart in the Two of Cups. Right there. Crossing our Emperor is the Ten of Wands. There's our portal opened. There's our destination and our energy flowing through. And this energy is flowing through the power of the Magician, our first card. This is the Ten of Wands activated, bringing us to this destination, bringing us to the Emperor. Right there. And I want to point something out to you. Right here at the base of this tree is the power of the Emperor, the horns of the ram, Aries, right there. Coming in. That is our foundation, Soul Tribe, the power in Aries. Now, the Seven of Cups is showing us our destination, pointing the way forward. This is our compass, Soul Tribe, right there, leading us to this new place. At the end of the third cycle, which we just saw in this card, in the Two of Cups, 3 fish, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Right there is our affirmation. And it's bringing us to this destination. Our figure is showing us, pointing to us, and telling us, this is where you're headed. This is where you're going. Now, I want to point something out to you. Right here, sitting in the Seven of Cups, in the center, again, the Ace of Cups, right there. I'm going to move my finger so you can see it. The Ace of Cups right there. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Affirming itself. Bringing it in. All right. I'm going to ask Spirit, where do we need to go? What deck is next? Now that's interesting. They want me to go back to the Shadowscapes Tarot. Seven. $14. And 17. Let me make sure I got this right. 17, yes. Grandmother was teasing me this morning. She said, "You've had your vacation. Now get to work." All right. The oracle is going to take a sip of coffee. Excuse me. Crossing our Two of Cups is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is a message that we're moving forward. Now, I want to spend a moment with you, Soul Tribe. And I want to explain to you that what the Nine of Swords is actually about. And I'm speaking not just from a personal level, but a community level, a tribe level. For many of us, these are old energies that we are processing, integrating, looking at, examining, examining, and then releasing. But the message that I received, for me personally, last night, is that we don't need to fight this process. We don't need to resist it. We don't need to push against it. What we need to do is we need to surrender and realize that in order for us to progress, in order for us to move forward, we have to see these things. We have to look at them. We have to integrate them. We have to love them. We have to embrace them, and then we have to let them go. And that's the message of the Nine of Swords, is that the portal, the doorway is right there. But it's up to us whether we move forward or not. It's a choice. It's a decision that we have to make in order to move on and to let go. You see, these crows are showing us the way forward. They're showing us we don't have to stay here. They're showing us we don't have to keep addressing that energy again and again and again and again, hashing over it, trying to digest it. What we need to do is see it as passing clouds, a storm that is past. It has no power over us unless we embrace it. And we don't have to embrace it. We just have to see it, know what it was, and let it go and move on. Now, crossing our Ten of Wands. Y'all ready? I'm about to blow your Vegas socks off. The Star. That's where we're headed, Soul Tribe. That's where our Emperor is taking us, to a complete and total rebirth. The energy of the power of the Nine of Swords is leaving us to be replaced by the Star. We don't have to stay here anymore. We don't have to suffer anymore. We don't have to be abused anymore. We don't have to be cheated and lied to and manipulated anymore. Because this is where we're supposed to be. This is where we're headed right here. This is a rebirth. And there's a cycle here. This is Aquarian energy bringing this power in. Now, I can't wait to see what the next card is. Crossing the Seven of Cups is our beautiful Knight of Wands. And he's coming through the power of the Ten of Wands to help us to move forward. He's our chariot, Soul Tribe. We're riding him. This is us moving into the power of the star, right here. This is us on our chariot moving forward, out of the energy of the Nine of Swords. Right here, we're on our beautiful lion, and this is the power of Leo. Okay? And if you want to call them Uma, that's fine. If you want to call them space cats, Uma, the lion tribe, whatever you want to call them, this is our chariot right there. And we're riding that power and energy of Leo to come in to this, the star, right there. Now, I got 3 spirits here. And somebody's standing here and somebody's standing there and behind me. But they're not introducing themselves. I don't know who they are. I feel them, I sense them. And I think that they've come in to help. And I want to ask Spirit, where do we need to go? What do we need to do? Aha. We're going to the Gilded Tarot. All right. Nine, 7, and 3. I just got 3 numbers at once. 9, 7, and 3. All right. I'm as excited as you are to see where we're going. Crossing the 9 of Swords is the Ace of Swords freeing us. This is our magician at work, right here. Freeing us, taking us out of the 9 of Swords, cutting those bonds, cutting those cords, and freeing us to move on past this. Because frankly, I don't know about you, but I'm a little weary of the 9 of Swords. And I know you are as well. But I tell you something. Right here, behind this sword, a storm is passing. An energy is ending. And the sun is breaking through the clouds. That is the storm in the 9 of Swords. That is what the Ace of Swords is freeing us from. And that is the power and the alchemy of the magician at work in the Ace of Swords. Crossing the star is death. The end of a cycle and the beginning of another. This is not a physical death. This is a rebirth. Because I want to explain to you, without the power of death, there is no rebirth. But on this shield is the chariot, right there. And this is the chariot that the Knight of Wands is riding, right there. Do you see how the messages are tied together? Here's our horse, here's our chariot, right there. We're coming through this energy and this power. And right here, way up in the corner, you can barely see it, is the third moon. Right there. It's fading. Death. An ending. A cycle. A cycle ending. Right there. Right there in the corner is the third moon. That's the end of a cycle. Right there. And there he is. He looks pretty grimacing, pretty scary, but actually this gentleman is our friend. He's helping us to move forward out of the Nine of Swords. A cycle ending and a cycle beginning. Now, I'm really going to blow your mind. The Eight of Cups speaks of that death. There we are, Soul Tribe, moving out of it. And there's the moon, the third moon right there. A cycle ending and a journey beginning. We're leaving behind this energy. Do you see those cups empty and spilled? That's the Nine of Swords, right there. That's what we're leaving behind. The pain, the grief, the worry, the stress, the anxiety, the lack of abundance and prosperity. That's the energy we're leaving behind. We're not facing those cups. We've turned away from them. Death, okay, the Ace of Swords has freed that cycle. Through the power of death, the Ace of Swords was activated. And that's what we're leaving. Right there. Right there, Soul Tribe. We are moving out of this foolishness and out of this nonsense. I mean, it's time for us to get on the road. Get on the train and go. And that's exactly what we're doing. Because death has assured us the star is coming. The star is coming. All right, Spirit, where do we need to go? Okay, I'm being told interesting. I'm supposed to go to the Sacred Circle Tarot next. Wow, that was fast. 4, 9, and 3. 4, 9, and 3. So I'm going to go with it. All right, let's see where we are. Crossing the Ace of Swords is the Page of Pentacles. He's bringing us the message of the star. He's telling us that you're moving forward because there is the sun rising. The storm is past, it's over, and he's kneeling in gratitude. He's showing us right here that the Ace of Pentacles is coming forward. He's bringing it with him. And right here on his cloak is the symbol of fire. Right there. The alchemy of the magician. Right there. He's bringing it forward. And he's telling us, you're on your way. You're on your way. Now, this is very, very powerful. The green man, I want you to take a good look at this card. The green man speaks about fertility, rebirth, a blossoming, a greening, the energy and power of nature, okay? The sterility and coldness of death, the end of a cycle, the emptiness has been filled by the green man. Rebirth on every level. Everything in this card is blossoming. Look at the fruit hanging there. The power of death has been transformed, and we've experienced a rebirth in the Green Man. We're coming into this power and this energy of rebirth and fertility. And this, Soul Tribe, is what the Page of Pentacles is telling us. Right here is the message he's bringing, that you're about to experience this rebirth in the power and the energy of the star. Right there. Now, crossing our Eight of Cups is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is literally being broken. Now look, Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. But I want to point something out to you. The reason this Ace of Swords came is because it's coming again. Right there. Breaking the stalemate of the Nine of Swords is the Ace of Swords. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. The Ace of Swords, bringing it. Bringing it. There it is. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. So, you know, we don't have anything to worry about because the Ace of Swords has assured us bonds are being cut and we're being freed. All right, Spirit. Where are we going? We're going to the Druids. That's where we're headed, to the Druids. Wow. 14. Seven. And 11 again. Okay. Let's see where we are. Crossing our Ace of Swords. The Sun. Right there. That is the energy and the power that the Green Man is speaking about. This is what is coming in with the Green Man. This is the power and the energy that the alchemist, the magician, opened the door to create. And this is the power and the energy that we're moving forward into in the Knight of Wands. This is where our chariot is taking us. And right here is our chariot. We're riding. Now, I want to point something out to you. This rebirth that I'm speaking about in the Green Man, I want you to notice that that child sitting on that horse is a baby, a little one. This speaks about the rebirth. That is the rebirth. That is why it is a child. That child is telling us that it is a rebirth, and we're coming into the power of the sun. That's why this figure is represented by a child, because we're experiencing this rebirth in the Green Man. And the Green Man is helping us to understand that's where we're headed. That's where we're going. Now, crossing our Green Man is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is the work we've done to move forward. Our enemies are behind us. The energies of the Nine of Swords is behind us. And we're moving forward because he's holding the Ace of Wands in his hand. That barrier, that wall of protection and energy is keeping those energies away from us. That's what this card is telling us. We're being protected. And, y'all ready? The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Right there. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Right there. This is the power and the energy of Avalon, the Lady of the Lake. Holding that sword aloft and telling us this energy and power is flowing through this sword to bring us into the energy and the power of the sun. Right there. Right there, Soul Tribe. There it is. I hope you can see these beautiful cards because I want you to understand this is where we're going. Right there. I tell you, this blows my mind. It blows my mind. Every time this happens, I'm astounded because right here is the power of the sun. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. And the Ace of Swords is freeing us to come into the power and the energy of the sun. Right there. Right there. All right, Spirit. Where are we going? I'm to go to the Divine Tarot. That's interesting. Boy, they are really talking today. 4, 3, and 9 again. All right. Crossing the sun is the Six of Wands. Right there is our celebration. Look at the horse. See the horse? There we are. There we are, riding our chariot into a celebration, into a time of replenished energy, into a time of rebirth, into a time of celebration. Honey, we're going to party right here. We're going to be very, very happy. And we are coming into this powerful, powerful energy. Look at the laurel wreath at the tip of the Ace of Wands. Right there. Right there is the laurel wreath. Celebration, victory. There's going to be no tears. There's going to be no sorrow. There's going to be joy. Because y'all, I want you to look at something. And I'm going to move my finger, but I'm showing it to you with my finger. Right there above that horse is the sun. Right there. Crowning our warrior, our knight. This is us being crowned with the sun. Right there. Right there. Hang on, give me a minute. On this shield is a dragon. Right there. That is the power and alchemy of fire. And his helmet is a dragon. Right there. Rebirth, strength, power, and energy. Y'all ready? Hold on to your socks. Here we go. You want affirmation? You want confirmation? The star crowning the star. right there. The star crowning the star and the sun, right there. I don't think I need to explain how powerful this is. Right there is our promise fulfilled. There is our prayers answered. And right there, we're moving. We're moving into the power and the energy of the star. We're rising into that power and energy. Crowning our Ace of Swords is the Eight of Wands. Right there is our sun. Right there is our Ace of Wands activated, opening that portal and bringing us here, right there. And I want to point something out to you. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, behind those wands, is the Wheel of Fortune. Right there, a golden circle. There it is, right there. And that's what we're headed to. That's where we're going. All right, Spirit. Is there anything else I need to do? Spirit is saying I'm to put these cards away because I don't know why. Yet. But I promise you I will. Give me a moment. And let's see what our guides and spirits want to do. All right. Spirit is saying to go back to the Gilded Tarot. I'm to shuffle 3 times. And I am to draw the 11th card. All right. And I'm just going to flow with this, Soul Tribe, because I have no idea where I'm going. The power of the Hermit, the energy of the Hermit, has passed. Okay? The alchemy of the Magician has changed the power of the Hermit. We are coming out of a process and a period of stasis and waiting. But we're not completely out of it yet. But we're moving out of it, is what Spirit is telling me. We need to be patient in our process because this gentleman is our inner selves saying, be careful, take your time, listen, pay attention. It's coming. The clouds are parting, and our Hermit is showing us the way forward. That lamp is not dark. That lamp is light. He's showing us the way forward. He's telling us, you're leaving the cave of protection. You're leaving the sanctuary of of sleep, and you're waking up. You're coming out of it. All right, Spirit. Where else are we going? I told you. Spirit is saying to draw the 17th card. Okay. Here's our dragon. And here's our Knight of Pentacles, bringing us the Ace of Pentacles. That is the power in the energy. But I want you to see something. Right here behind him, there are 3 orbs, a cycle of 3. That represents the 3 moons. The 3rd moon, 1, 2, and 3. There's our cycle of 3 again. And that cycle is ending. And here's our Ace of Pentacles right there. So, Spirit is saying, the end is in sight. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't surrender your hope. It's on its way. It's coming. All right, Spirit. $11. Well, it is coming because our Emperor is bringing it. There he is with the power of Aries. The horns on his head. Aries. And there behind him is the Wheel of Fortune. Right there. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. This gentleman is not playing. It's coming in. And this is the energy and power that the Knight is telling us about. This gentleman right here, he's bringing it in. And he's bringing it in with absolute authority. But I want to point something out to you. Right here is our green man again. Rebirth. Regeneration. The budding tree, the green forest, the fruit of the vine. There's our Emperor. There's our authority. That is the universal power that is being given to us. That is what the Emperor is telling us. All right, Spirit. Where are we going? We have one more card. 13. Woo! Holy Hannah. The Page of Cups bringing the Ace of Cups. Right there. Our beautiful Aquarian energy with our mermaid. Bringing in this powerful, beautiful energy. And there it is. There's our affirmation right there. There's our emotional stability. There's our strength. There's our power. And she's sitting on a horn, a shell, representing Aries. Right there. Right there. There is the cycle. There it is, right there. And 3. 3 fish. 1, 2, 3. A cycle. There it is. So, I say bring it on. That's my thing. I say bring it. All right, Spirit, is there anything else? I don't. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. One more. 11. The Spirit is saying 11 and we're done. Okay. Well, our Emperor definitely is not playing because the King of Pentacles is bringing us the Ace of Pentacles. Authority, power, energy, prosperity, abundance, healing, blessings. Everything is tied in this card. And there he is. There he is, right there, y'all. Bringing in the Ace of Pentacles. It is sitting there on his throne. And there is our messenger in the window, our little wren, telling us it's on its way. Just hang on, it's on its way. It's coming. And right here on the hearth is fire. The power of transformation. So y'all, it's coming. It's on its way. I'm going to leave you with a card. And the message is, be the emperor you were born to be. Embrace the power of this change, and the authority and the energy of the emperor will reveal everything to you. Everything. You will come into the power and the energy of enlightenment and awareness, which is the orb that he's holding, the sphere of knowledge and wisdom and power. That's what he's bringing. And that is your birthright, Soul Tribe. That is where all of us belong. So, as I leave you, I would say this to all of you. As we experienced a storm not too long ago that was frightening. Well, it was beyond frightening. It was terrifying. But after the storm had passed, we saw the power of community. We saw the power of people coming together, lifting one another up and helping one another. We saw churches, we saw organizations coming out to cut up trees, to remove barriers, to help the electric company to do their jobs. We saw people bringing in food and water and offering to help. We saw neighbors that we've never met before coming down to scan and look and make sure that everybody was okay. I spoke to a gentleman I'd never spoken to before, who lives not even 4 miles from me. We had never had the opportunity to speak, and on that day we spoke and got to know one another. There is a power and a strength in community. There is an energy. There is a love that we can give to one another if we're willing. And that is the message that I want to leave you with today. lift one another up, help one another, encourage one another. Don't tear down, build up. And no matter what we may be going through, no matter what storms are surging in our lives and how challenged we may be, the power of love will always, always conquer fear. I want to thank all of you for being with us, and I want to wish you a beautiful day.